We welcome you to the Cayman Islands Classic for the fourth and final matchup of the day. That includes a top 10 showdown between the 6th-ranked UConn Huskies and the UCLA Bruins, who are the only undefeated team in the field. Before we get into this matchup here in the John Gray Gymnasium, we are going to take a look at how things have unfolded throughout the first 3 games over the last 5. Right away, that's tipped to Jones, and UCLA will start off with the rock. Dugalich from outside, couldn't knock that one down, but that's
just the size is unbelievable. Lauren Betts obviously at 6'7", but they've got height in every position.
The UConn faithful will stand on their feet until the first bucket. Top of your screen, Aaliyah Edwards finds Beckers, pulls up, long distance, back iron, and Kiki Rice. 3 double-doubles on the season already through their first 4 games. Kiki Rice, a sophomore, was the #2 recruit coming in and puts her. Here comes Charisma Osborne, the 5th-year grad, as Betts, you wanted it, and she delivered. Nice wraparound finish.
Paige Beckers.
UCLA returning 88% of their scoring from last season. Lauren Beck's a big part of it, and Kiki Rice continues to show people why. Rice left alone, top of the key, and has 8 points, perfect from the field. Only 2 players have scored for UCLA. Lauren Betts with the other 2. Paige Beckers finally putting the Huskies on the board. And the Husky faithful take a sigh of relief and take a seat as well.
Over 3 defenders, by the way, which is no big deal for Paige Beckers, but Kiki Rice not swinging for a little bit. And they have been riddled with injuries, as you've said, right? To know you're not out on the floor, but you have to help your team in other ways, and Azzi Fudd is a big part of this UConn roster.
UConn out of the timeout, not over Maryland. Their lone loss of the season came to NC State. Sanaya Rivers went off, the unranked Wolfpack. So back-to-back buckets out of the timeout for the Huskies, as Aaliyah Edwards now on the board.
Yeah, Aaliyah Edwards needs to have the ball in her hands. Right now, UConn looks out of sync. They've lost Paige Beckers for the moment, right? She's on the timeline getting ready to check in, but they don't know where their scoring is going to come from.
Mira Block on the tape. Special to see both Jaquez well, actually playing for the Miami Heat, as we'll say that his sister is a bit better.
As he should.
Edwards, power dribble to the right, draws the foul against Betts.
And prior, Virginia Tech versus Kansas.
Was 4 for 7 from the free throw line coming into this tournament, averaging 18 points. This is a player that knows she's going to draw a lot of attention. Trying to finish at the free throw line. Kiki Rice with the fake to the left, and another triple from the same spot on the floor. Nice look at the rim. Has been contested on both attempts.
UCLA, really good on-ball defense on the perimeter.
Jaquez going at KK Arnold, is able to draw the foul.
Fitness, put some muscle on.
And is a young, loaded group. And right now, it's she's.
Yeah, UCLA just has had the advantage in every way. The kickback, Dugalich. Oh my goodness.
Dugalich knocks down the triple from the top of the key, back to back. Has honestly been that player for her, the leadership that she's brought within her tenure. Can't speak highly enough of it, as Paige Beckers once again
attack the rim. Ice Brady now coming in, and she gives them some size as Aaliyah Edwards takes a break.
A lot of contact on the floor. It looks like a foul that will go against Jaquez.
About going to their bench early and often. They have had, and it really just shows you the depth of this UCLA team. Charisma Osborne has yet to score in this game. I'd love to see a set run for her. There's the pin down and the bucket.
We saw Santa Claus sitting in the crowd earlier today, and I feel like you're the one to actually ask, as she knocks down the triple from outside. Paige Beckers with the step back, no good. And here come the Bruins. Osborne, 20 seconds left on the game clock. Betts asking for the ball underneath. Brown will retreat. 9 seconds left. Corner three. And that goes down. Another triple for the Bruins. That's their 5th on the night. And they're shooting 74% from distance.
And obviously she did at Florida State as well under Sue Semrau, you being a part of many of those teams, Angel Gray. But I asked her if this was her most talented team, and she said yes. She said this has the most potential, and this is what we're seeing. Number 2 team in the country. Are you kidding me? Pick up on defense.
Paige Beckers gonna have to put her foot on the gas. She sends this one out. In and out 3. Took her time, laced it up, drains it from the top of the key. Paige Beckers.
As long as she is on the floor, there is hope for the comeback for UConn.
She has 8 of their 15 points. Dish on the inside to Betts, and I just don't know if there's an answer for her on the inside.
You know, the only thing that they could do is just have a lot more ball pressure and make it more difficult to get the ball to her, because once it's in her hands, as I mentioned earlier, 78% from the field. I mean, that shot's going in.
Paige, 1 at the 3. Hesitant, guarded by Charisma Osborne, able to put it off the floor and draws the foul. Shooting around 80% from the free throw line on this. She was very transparent about what it took for her to get back to being healthy.
Defending in the full court, and I'll tell you what, I don't want number 3 guarding me when I'm bringing the ball up the court. She is so fast, so quick. She just makes turnovers happen.
Beckers off glass, a bit strong, a rebound right away. And that might be the boost they need as Aubrey Griffin for the second chance points. Is that your game too?
Yeah, well, I mean, no. But I appreciate it.
Osborne still with the matchup on Paige Beckers, who continues to light it up.
Kick it out to you. She is drawing a double every time, and she made a great pass to the diving Dugalich on the last possession.
Bruins 0 for their last 8 shot attempts, 0 for 9, and a foul on the weak side by Paige Beckers. Trying any. 2 in 10 in 25 minutes. Knocks down the free throws.
And the Stanford transfer finding her place at UCLA. And Corey Close was even very open about saying, this is earlier than I thought that she'd actually be this kind of standout. Kiki Rice looking a little more like the first quarter than Beckers.
So they get the ball back because of the foul on the floor. The basket, they say, will count. Get another look at it. Take on the inside and a 4-point swing on.
And Paige Beckers back in as well for UConn. Got the break she needed thanks to the media timeout.
Paige Beckers has already played 15 minutes in this one. Aubrey Griffin has been the spark and the answer in the Batman and Robin show for Paige Beckers.
She came to play, found her opportunity, and she's taking full advantage. Wow, another steal by Aubrey Griffin. Coast-to-coast bucket. And the UConn
already with 9 points. The response on the other end, no good as Osborne turns down the 3, short on the shot. Third attempt for Brown, and that's off the rim.
And you couldn't get better with 9 points. She's 4 of 5 from the field and 3 steals
to go to injury. And Aubrey Griffin able to step in, huge.
He would step up like Griffin.
UConn is on a 11-0 run And the Bruins looking for their bucket in the first one in the last 3 minutes.
I think every time Lauren Betts kicks the ball out when she's in the low post, UConn breathes a sigh of relief.
Paige Beckers knocks down the triple from the top of the key, makes it a one-possession game after being down 19 in the first quarter.
Starting to feel like a home game for the Huskies.
14-0 run by the Huskies. Kiki Rice finds Betts underneath in a much-needed bucket for UCLA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would Lauren Betts ever kick the ball out if she had a look where she could just turn and score? UConn wants her to do that. They want her to kick it out. That's exactly what Betts needs to do every single time she touches it deep inside the lane.
High screen by Edwards. Paige Beckers once again. Second attempt, no good. 1.6 left on the game clock. It will stay with the Huskies.
No surprise, Paige Beckers leading the group in that huddle, but Paige Beckers has done everything that she could do to get into this lead, and one more attempt, it's a no-go for UConn.
So Aubrey Griffin had a good look at the rim, but just fell short to make.
And you know, UCLA just came out with a great game plan, and they set the tempo. That it was all Kiki Rice. You see her right now off the rebound, almost loses it.
Outside, Osborne left alone. Triple, a much-needed bucket for Nika Mule. Couldn't respond with another triple. Kiki Rice fakes towards the baseline, trying to get to the other side. That's popped out. Rice, top of the key. Back-to-back threes for the Bruins. Able to track that one down. Rice, Beckers loses her on the screen. Full court play for Kiki Rice, gets the and one. For the Huskies, finished with 18 points in the half, has yet to score in the second half though. And a displacement by Aaliyah Edwards will give it back to the Bruins.
I'm over talking it, but when you have 6-7 and you have to know what the defense is thinking. They're thinking, oh, how do we stop this scorer? And you know what?
Had 12 points against Maryland.
How about 6-7 running the floor? I see you, post player.
We'll see if she'll be rewarded on the other end. 9-point lead for the Bruins. Osborne, corner three, triple, knocked down. Edwards streaking to the basket, couldn't finish out of the outstretched hands of Lauren Betts, and Kiki Rice on the left side gets that one to go. A little bit of hot potato on the left side for the Bruins. Betts sends this out to Jaquez. In and out three, Brown with the rebound. Osborne, left wing, triple goes down, and the second chance opportunity in the second quarter, now 3 for 5 from distance in the third.
And the missed shot, UCLA trying to get in on the break, and there is the pass I've been waiting for. Lauren Betts gets the foul and the bucket. It cannot get any such a focal point for other people's defense, but they are on it. Yeah, Iwala has to be careful. Last time she attempted that shot and went for her own miss, she got a foul called on her. I love the effort. Just got to make sure your hands are safe.
Kiki Rice pulls up and continues to build on this Bruin lead.
What a threat. Both sides of the ball.
UCLA shooting 53% in this quarter and 60% from distance in this frame, as well as Aubrey Griffin drives baseline and is able to draw the foul.
Her representation in Los Angeles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the capital of entertainment itself. And she has been entertaining tonight.
How fun is it going to see that UCLA-USC matchup?
That's right.
With
Juju,
Watkins.
that's right. She has been so good. And those two freshmen, or excuse me, Kiki Rice, the sophomore, but battling each other. It's going to be so much fun.
How did Jaquez get that one off the glass?
Great finish by Jaquez inside the paint.
UConn only has 4 points in this quarter, and there's 1 minute and 37 seconds left.
Position where she could score. And so she's running off screen. She's in the read and react offense. You don't want to say that one person can do it, but when you're talking about Paige Bueckers, I feel like it's okay. Aubrey Griffin, who has been just a spark off the bench that UConn's needed, to let you see that because she was wide open. But, you know, credit UConn because it was great ball pressure. That pass was going to be difficult to get there.
Paige Bueckers, a lot of contact off the screen, and Osborne having a conversation with the officials.
Safe on the floor.
Less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. Check in after the free throw. And will come in for Paige Bueckers. That set school records in assists in a season and has yet to have an assist in this ball game.
Yeah, you can't have that from the point guard position. And maybe that's indicative of what's been happening in the demise of UConn right now, because they are just struggling to get points on the board because they're not playing team basketball.
4 assists on 13 made field goals. And let's be fair, those field goals actually have come from Paige Bueckers, who has 6 of them. 1 left. Full court heave, no good from KK Arnold as 3 frames down.
Outside game. I would not be surprised if we were watching even these two teams, right? I mean, potentially play late in March.
Bruins lost to South Carolina in the Sweet 16, 59-43, and have a group that is very cohesive to come back as UConn
without a bucket and see if UConn can take advantage.
Osborne for 3, hit it on repeat.
I mean, transition defense has got to be better. At this point, I'd almost not go for the offensive rebound if I'm UConn. Your transition defense is killing you right now, the way UCLA has been able to put points on the board in the break.
7 fast break points now for UCLA, but how about Osborne? 6 triples. UCLA has 10. for 26 on 3s, shooting 54%
year.
The rebound off the miss free throw from Griffin. Corner 3.
She has not been walking without pain, it seems. She has gotten on the floor many times during this game. Looked like she tweaked something early on. Wow. That goes on the highlight reel. I see you, freshman KK Arnold, taking it all the way
up off the glass and has an opportunity to complete the 3-point play in UConn. That this is not what we do. And going up against a top 10 program, you would think that you would see a little bit more fire out of Edwards.
Yes. That dig deep mentality that you see from players who know a thing or two about being in a UConn uniform, and a nice 3 by Lena Sontag.
Mika Buell responding with the triple.
And UConn has been applying some 3-quarter court pressure, trying to just slow down this UCLA attack.
You've only seen 3s.
Wow, the extra effort by Edwards.
Paige Becker spots up left and knocks it down. 13-point game.
How about this?
Pushed all the way out, asking where she wants Osborne. And tapped away by Aaliyah Edwards. Paige Becker sends it right back. Great heads-up play as they're now down. Paige looking to free herself up short on the shot on the inside. Wanted the contact call. Kiki Rice sends it in the corner. Jones, triple, count it.
And this goes back to the depth on this UCLA team. Everyone who comes in has been a big part of what they've been able to do to maintain this lead.
KK Arnold responds with the triple.
What an important bucket right now as UCLA looked like it was starting to gain some momentum. Now UConn's got to get it back on defense.
That's just her third three of the season. Betts off the glass. How does she get that one to fall, Kelly?
I mean, she's been wide open. They started on the top, letting her set a ball screen, and then she rolls and she is wide open. Paige Beckers tries to get the give and go. Osborne all over her. Nothing going for Paige.
Griffin able to get the rebound, and Paige Becker drops the three. Kiki Rice being guarded by Aubrey Griffin. Attracts the double team at the top of the key. Too much hands.
They are saying she may have some blood either on a uniform or on her body somewhere.
As a trainer at the end of the bench, making sure she's getting taken care of. Is that on the lip?
Yeah, and it's what we expect. Two top teams battling.
London J. Coach, I'm ready to go back whenever you need me. Paige Beckers! Single digits.
And UConn fans want to travel.
Paige Beckers with 31 points makes this a single-digit game. Rice at the rim, draws the contact.
UConn, because now you've given up your inside presence, whether that.
And you start looking at who's going to be able to step up to the free throw line if this is going to be a crunch time game. Pushes their lead back to 11.
And by the way, we are on triple-double alert right now with Kiki Rice. 22 points, 11 boards, 8 assists in this game.
You can think UCLA trying to take some of the air out of the ball as Brown elevates for that too. Brown now at 5 points.
You wonder if the absence of Edwards inside allowed that shot to be made by Brown.
Osborne just missed Paige Beckers on that second attempt, and their staff said it was a learning opportunity for them. Actually had a good look towards the end of the game to win it, but just a little bit of miscommunication on that last series. As UCLA just a minute away from closing this one out. Jones outside with 10 on the shot clock.
Nika Mule comes up with it. Paige Beckers has subbed out of the game.
KK Arnold keeps her foot on the gas. As Charisma Osborne will just have a second difference from game and shot clock.
And Corey Close about to win her first game against the UConn Huskies.
And it's been a long time coming, has not been afraid to schedule them throughout her tenure at UCLA. The 8th meeting for the Bruins, and the 8th time's the charm for Corey Close and UCLA as they shake hands at half court with Gino Auriemma. So the number 2 team takes down UConn.
It was a great effort by UCLA. They came out so hot in this game.